I'd like to start by sharing some quotations I enjoyed. Nature loves courage. You commit, and nature will respond to that commitment by removing impossible obstacles. Dream the impossible dream, and the world will not grind you under. It will lift you. This is the trick. This is what all these teachers and philosophers who counted and touched the alchemical gold understood. This is the shamanic dance in the waterfall. This is how magic is done, by hurling yourself into the abyss and discovering it's a feather bed. That's from Terence McKenna. You must never stop being whimsical, and you must not ever give anyone else the responsibility for your life. That's from Mary Oliver. And for Marie Curie, nothing in life is to be feared, only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less. Love that one. Let us pray. Father, Mother, God, we are grateful to be living in a time and place where everything is possible. We are grateful for your constant and loving support in our lives. We ask now that our guides, angels, and loved ones in spirit gather close by us, and we celebrate that by repeating the prayer that our brother Jesus taught. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
Amen. So it is my very distinct pleasure and honor to introduce a special guest this morning. And you know what? I'm going to let you give your background.
Okay.
But this is Cathy Fricke. She is a minister in training, and we are blessed to have her join us today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to thank Laura, first of all, for allowing me to serve today. This is my first sermon, and I'm a year and a half into a ministry program at Journey Within, which is in New Jersey. So it's like a 2-year program, and I'm almost done. I don't know. Before we get started, I want to tell you a bit more about myself. You know, I always had an interest in crystals and stones and everything like that over the years, and that interest grew, and I got training for that, and then the vibration of the stones. Then I came into Reiki and started doing Reiki 1 and Reiki 2. But like many others that I'm sure you are among, we've all had loved ones that we've lost over the years. I had 2 brothers die tragically, and my father died younger too, you know. So I've always had the ability to see spirit, and I would get visits from my brothers and my fathers and even my grandparents and that. So I was always open to all that before I went and got my training, my mediumship training and certification at Inner Compass. So that's that. And I chose to wait until I retired to start my spiritual ministry program with Journey Within and to officially set up my business. So I have a business where I do readings and healing, energy healing, and that. And it's actually out of my home now. I moved back to my home, so I like that. Kind of like the good old way. Okay. So what am I going to talk about today? How do we find happiness in this unhinged world? Or be the jester? How do we find happiness in this crazy world we live in? Watch the evening news, and watching the news anytime can leave us down and confused. How do we find the infinite source in chaos? Let's add in some of the principles of spiritualism. The motherhood and fatherhood of God, the brotherhood and sisterhood of man, the communion of spirits and the ministry of angels, the continuous existence of every human soul, personal responsibility, compensation and retribution hereafter, for all good and evil deeds done on earth. And then the eternal progress of every human soul. I might have said that. Where do we find joy? We take baby steps and find happiness in the little things. Something so simple it makes you smile. Baby steps. Look at your child or grandchild while you're putting on a funny face that makes the child smile. Still down? Say something silly and hear them laugh. Now look what you've done. Personal responsibility. You've taken a simple action to lift your own spirit. The brotherhood and sisterhood of man. You've made a small child happy and your inner child happy too. So simple. Numbers 6, verse 24 to 26. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. There is so much in the world that's good and places to go when in need, including here, when we feel we need a boost of support. Friends, family, physicians, clergy, all listed under brotherhood and sisterhood of man. The mother and fatherhood of God is at your side constantly and for eternity as well. Eternal progress open to every human soul. Do you think a smile or silly words to a child is progress of your soul? Yes, it is. This is where mindfulness is. The deep, heartfelt feeling that spirit is with you, even with the smallest of gestures. Fun lightens things up and raises vibration. We know this from the services here at USCL, right? The jokes and everything. Be your own jester. Be your own jester. Laura does a good job. But we can be our own jester too. Oh God. Oh God, seek knowledge and enlightenment to improve the quality of your life. See knowledge from the eye of a jester. This is a quote from Cicero. Cicero is dead. Cicero is born. The laughter has filled me so very completely. I am the laughter. I am the jester. The soul that has served as my constant companion for so long has breached the veil of the void, finally and forever. It is now in me. It is me. The world has seen the last of Cicero the man. Behold Cicero, full of hearts, laughter incarnate. End of quote. Spirit entrusts that we are fully competent to be the jester of our own life. When times get tough, we work through the madness and become all the wiser for it. Once we make it through our dilemma, either by ourselves or with support, we have more to celebrate. A new lesson learned that helps us to see deeper and reach further into our own heart and soul, closer to spirit. I will tell you, I have learned many lessons in my life. I can tell you, people that know me know I'm just a little strange, and you might even say a little mad or crazy. What I do with mindfulness. As time passes, I see the special moments spent with family become more treasured. That silly laugh, that funny gesture when playing with your kids, grandkids, gives way to a marked memory. A word here, a smile there, may spark the continuity of a reminiscing heart, the continuity of the human soul. Aristotle, no great mind has ever existed without a touch of madness. Okay, the truest mark of a jester is not in his ability to make others laugh, but in his capacity to find humor in his own pain. You must go down deep to find the truth that accompanies redemption. This was a spirit-inspired message that just popped into my head one day. Crazy, huh? I was thinking about the madness and disruption in the world. How do people find forgiveness? When I think about compensation and retribution, I also ask how we get to the depth of knowing that we are forgiven. How do we ourselves get to the depth of knowing that we're forgiven? You know, where is that? I envision looking into an abyss, a fissure in the soul. It is dark, but when the knowing comes, it is bright. It brings light. Enlightenment as to the reasoning and understanding of the subject concerning redemption. So, you know, just the reasoning and understanding, basically, of what we're looking at within ourselves. At times, we feel like we are falling, struggling, fighting with the whys and how comes. So dark are these times. A shadow follows us around until we are brave enough to step into the shadow and trust Spirit as we find answers that give us the redemption to move forward. Facing our shadows, though difficult, really is the way to find truth. The true self that carries our soul from this life into the next. If only rinsing our mouths out with soap worked as well as it did when we were kids. Right? Harsh words spoken in anger. Hand me the soap. Right? Hurting someone and feeling so bad that it haunts you. Spirit wants us to get dirty. Scaling down our soul's abyss to find truth and wholeness can get a person pretty dirty. But in the end, dirt washes off, right? We can forgive ourselves. I think of this as another way to lift the veil. Getting closer to our spirit, resolving a negative challenge can come as an aha moment. Do we think we are worthy of forgiveness? Spirit does not want us to carry around shadows that interfere with our life or our soul journey. The best part is that Spirit is on our side no matter what. The light that guides us is forgiveness. The light that guides us to forgiveness is Spirit. The light that allows us to forgive is ours. So the jester's privilege. Jester's privilege is the ability and right of the jester to talk and mock freely without being punished. As an accomplishment of this right, the jester had symbols denoting his status and his protection under the law. The crown is that cap and bells, you know, the little jester's cap and bells, and then their scepter that they carry. So those were marks of, and they kind of mocked the royal crown and scepter too. So we'll call it self-forgiveness privilege. So instead of jester's privilege, is our self-forgiveness privilege. We can look at ourselves critically without punishment or feeling bad and come to understand our blunder in a way that allows us to forgive. We must look within ourselves to see the satire and mockery of our own conundrum without judgment. Really give it a good look and see why we have this shadow hanging over our head. Be the jester and find what is ironic or what keeps you connected to your shadow. The ability to look and even laugh makes us personally responsible for our own happiness. Think of the ministry of angels and the communion of spirits. Gather your loved ones in spirit. What could be simpler? A communion. What better way to forgive yourself than in the presence of the many who have come before you? What better advice than theirs? I have done enough readings to know that many spirits bring through happiness and laughter. Silliness to show that life isn't always so down and full of chaos. There is light, shine your light, and bring happiness to yourself and those around you. By embracing their pain and transmuting it through wit, jesters display an extraordinary resistance and self-awareness. They become the embodiment of levity in the face of adversity, reminding us that laughter can be a powerful tool in healing and finding solace even in the darkest moments. If self-forgiveness were not especially challenging, we would not learn from it. So it becomes a deep dive into the soul, eternal progress of every human soul. Our soul will never desert us. It is ours forever, a loyal guard that stands by us no matter how many upsets or complications we have caused in life. We have spirit by our side and within us at all times. Seek the truth in life and be kind to yourself. Spirit dwells there. I do not think I'm telling you anything new today, but I may be giving you a new way to think about things. The more we can find ways to self-discovery, the more we draw closer to the source. You are the jester, you are the light. Amen. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Let me find it before you turn off the light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you able to read it?
I think I do. Everybody get comfortable in your chairs. Put your feet on the ground. This is a mountaintop meditation. Okay? Imagine a golden white light coming down through the crown of your chakra, crown chakra. Filling your crown chakra. And now it's continuing down to the third eye chakra. Filling the third eye chakra. Imagine the throat chakra. Imagine that golden white light filling the throat chakra. So the white is beaming from the gold. And then the heart chakra. Let your heart chakra be full of golden white light. And let the solar plexus be filled with golden white light. And then the sacral chakra. And then the root chakra. This golden white light continues down your legs, through your feet, and into the earth. As above, so below. Now imagine you're walking on a mountain path. The path is steep, yet there is no struggle. You are content and comfortable hiking in a place that seems like home. About halfway up the trail, you step off the path and take in the beauty of Mother Earth. Your light grows brighter. No worries, you're right where you need to be. As you continue your journey, you look above and see the peak of the mountain. The blue sky fills you with clarity. The bright sunlight fills you with warmth. When you reach the top, you are finally aware of the peace, calm, and warmth within you and around you. There is a feeling that you are right where you need to be in your journey. Spirit whispers a message into your ear. You listen and understand. As you begin your journey down the mountain trail, your breath is slow and deep. Your steps are more grounded. Your sight and your vision are clear. Continue to feel the warmth that surrounds you with love, the mountain above and the earth beneath your feet. You can start waking up, just wiggle your toes and your fingers. Just waking up, and when you're ready, open your eyes.